But then while I'm playing, I can switch the switch into the up position, and that'll change the audio source going into the amp. Tenor check, tenor check, tenor check, tenor check. Hello, this is Tenor Check. And today I'm going to be showing you how to build a custom RCA Switchbox, which will take two different RCA inputs and have a switch, so that way you can switch which RCA input goes to the output. Now, my reason for building this Switchbox is I'm currently working on building a sound system for my room. And I'd like to have two inputs, one from this keyboard and one from my phone. But this amplifier only has one input jack inside it, which is a problem because I want to switch between both sources. I built this switch box so that way I can have an easy way of switching between two different audio sources when it goes into my amplifier. So let's get started building this. Now the first thing you'll need is a schematic. Now this switch box has a relatively simple schematic using 6 RCA jacks and one double pole double throw switch. This is wired in such a way that when the switch is in one position, the audio signal from this source goes to the amp. When the switch is in another position, the audio signal from this source goes to the amp. Now, to get started building this simple switch box, you will need 6 RCA jacks. These RCA jacks can be found cheaply and easily inside these old CRT boards. As you can see, there were a lot of them inside this board. The plastic enclosure and double pole double throw switch I found on eBay. Now the first step is to drill a bunch of holes inside this plastic enclosure so you can insert all 6 RCA jacks and the double pole double throw switch. So now it's time to drill the holes. Here we go. As you can see, all the required holes are drilled. Now it's time to insert the different components. I can insert the switch by just screwing it on, but for the RCA jacks, I'll have to hot glue them in, as they don't have screws. So after securing your switch in place, you can now attach all of the RCA jacks using hot glue. Now, after everything is glued in place, it's time to solder the bottom. You'll need to solder all the grounds together. You'll need to solder all of the different channels to the different parts of the switch. Now, after it's all soldered inside, it's time to connect it up to your stereo system and see if it works. I connected it to all the different sources and to the amp, and it works great. Now for a little demonstration. As you can see, the switch is in the down position, which means the keyboard is being fed into the amplifier. So, I can start playing something. But then while I'm playing, I can switch the switch into the up position, and that'll change the audio source going into the amp. So I'll be playing the piano constantly while I flip the switch. And as you can hear, it goes right back to the piano. Overall, this RCA switch works great with my audio setup. In my next video, I will show you my full audio setup. I will also be introducing you to a new intro for my channel. So, as always, thank you for watching and please subscribe.